Hello, everyone. Welcome to, and I hope I pronounced this correct, the Crusaders versus Fotiá. This is going to be an interesting match, I would say. These teams all fairly close, I would say, but it's hard to tell because we haven't seen Fotiá play a match yet, officially. Let me think.
Yeah. Well, I think Winter's reading out the rules right now, so should I go ahead and just read those out? So 1 ninja cap per map, no ghosting as usual. 1 assassin, archer, engineer, mage, necro, scout, and pyro. 2 chemist, elf, medic, and ninja. 3 heavies and soldiers. This is actually 10v10, so some lower limits compared to usual, but as Nin mentioned, I think this will be quite an interesting match. 2 pretty unknown teams, well, especially Fotiá.
And it's important to note with the upcoming season, which does start next week, the Crusaders and Fotiá don't play each other in the regular rounds. And they're pretty close in terms of seeding and I would say in skill level. So,
yeah,
especially with the importance of getting the good seeding going into the playoff bracket and possibly even qualifying for the playoff bracket, but I don't think that would be too much of a problem for either of these teams. It's important to know where these two teams sit going in.
Yeah, this would definitely be good kind of like placement idea. But anyway, we're getting away here. Looking at TC's offense, interestingly got 915 going on scout, but he gets assassinated. Whilst we do see Italian Penguin Elf, Diamond Girl Medic, and Swit Soldier, but they've actually all, other than Italian, been taken care of quite nicely there. Yeah.
And looking at Fotiá's, actually, Fotiá does get a steal with 915 as scout.
Yeah.
Probably doesn't make it far. He is very low, but he does have the medic from Diamond Girl.
It's worked quite well, that. Gets headshot though, that's a nice pickup, but that allows Swit to get the clean backup, and she's going to be able to get to mid pretty free here. 4 stakes actually opting to run underneath. Nothing on her. Well, Jaden's pulled there, but not really able to do much.
Up and go up, which might not be the best considering there's 2 of Crusaders, not Crusaders, but Fotiá there. Here's that spawn, it's going to need the medic, which is not there. Swit is pretty low, I would say. Does have the medic.
Pepe's actually in position for the shots here from bars, but do you see a quick steal from Yep, aka Weejake? I believe that was actually...
That was a ball pass, yes. We don't see much of those, because usually the ninjas are on top of that, but here, Fotiá are able to get a ball pass, and we're in a soldier v soldier stalemate on Blackout, 2 minutes in. Incredible.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty unexpected. I think Fotiá have done quite well turning that situation into a stalemate. Yeah, I'd agree with Cardona there. But I think that's like something you'd expect from, especially like Fotiá being a pretty new team. They've been practicing a lot, but official match is completely different scenario to a scrimmage or a practice PPM.
Pi gets death back by 915, but there is no one to capitalize it. Since this is tense, it's harder to put a lot of pressure on the enemy flag area.
Yeah. At the same time, though, it's often quite, I would say, easier for the scout and archer to get in. There's less roam around, so hoping to see perhaps a clutch play from either of the team's scouts or archers. Do you actually see Yep on top of red flag room right now? Looks like he's not going to go for the void swap there, though. There is a bit of pressure on Swit here, but it's not really enough to like be worried.
Especially with the amount of support she currently has.
Yeah.
There are around 7 players on her.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of Necro in a 10v10 stalemate. I think it's a bit overkill. Don't know about you.
Yeah, I would agree. I think you need to have only 2 people on direct support, and that's the medic and the pyro. And then ninjas to and then everyone else on recovery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that extra play on recovery is pretty big, to be honest. Or can be. Because, like, in the stalemates, I always say if one team gets the upper hand, like, they're always the one that will 100%, like, look more likely to win that stalemate. It's hard, like, if one team gets the upper hand, it's hard to get rid of that upper hand.
Yeah, I would definitely face it as pressure.
Yeah.
You want to get and maintain pressure on the enemy flag carrier, because that makes it difficult for the enemy team to even put any pressure on you.
Yeah.
And if you have most of the pressure throughout most of the stalemate, most likely you'll be the one to recover.
Yeah. Jake, also known as Yep, actually nearly got the void swap there. I think he swapped the medic. Not sure. But yeah, definitely seeing like the scout, the archer getting in position, it's just like that lack of cynicality, I'd say. Not really taking that opportunity to get the shot or swap off.
Yeah, I think the notable difference right now between the two teams is, as we mentioned, TC is running the Necro on support.
Yeah.
Fotiá is not. They just have the medic and pyro as support, with the warming ninjas, of course, to deal with the scout ultra threats.
Yeah, TC really aren't seeing enough recovery. I'm looking at about 7 people supporting. You've got the double ninja assassin on roam, then necromedic pyro core support. That's only allowing 3 players for recovery attempts. So unless they're gonna get like a clutch headshot, which is possible, they've got Kev Shadow Slayer who can do that. But right now, I'm just gonna give this advantage to Fotiá. They got that extra pressure. They seem to be organising a bit more. I've seen Tom D getting them like buffed up and everything like that.
Well, stalemates are always the most fun to commentate.
Mm-hmm.
I think so far the only major threat on Pi so far has been Kev on Ultra.
Yeah.
915 is trying to set up for a scout void swap perhaps, but Draco's there to prevent it.
I mean, I do think there is a high possibility of Kev getting this. I don't think that Fotiá roam is very inspiring in a way. I mean, they're doing a good job of tracking Razor Dragon. I've seen this Moraband be doing a decent amount of work.
Oh, he gets the void swap. That's yep, getting the void swap on Swit. Near the bridge, kind of standard spot to swap. Swit's trying to live as long as he can to try to help a backup cap, but Pi gets there in time, and that's the first cap going to Fotiá.
I think I got swapped out of spec or something. He just said I fell into the void. I don't know. But yeah, that's a nice play. Didn't actually see it, but first cap to Fotiá.
So we go back into standard play here. I think something we noted is both of these defenses, besides say Kev and G Henry on TC's side, TC's defense is pretty weak.
Yeah.
And similarly on Fotiá's side, the defense is pretty weak. And with a medium, pretty good offenses on both sides, we're going to expect to see most stalemates to come. So it does have a steal here. It's trying to go through top mid. No support for her. And no stake either. She does have the medic in front. No restore yet. Assassin's behind. Doesn't kill the medic though.
I think the restore just came in, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it has. On the other side, we have a steal from Yep going through balls. Has a ninja support to help clear out the ninjas, and so going for another ball pass since there's no ninjas. second successful ball pass for Fotiá.
Yeah, that's a nice play again. I think Jake is definitely the biggest threat for that Fotiá offense. He's very like underrated on Elf, simply because he tries ninja capping half the time, but anyone who's been around for a while knows how good he is on Elf. And he's really showcasing that here. But yeah, looks like we're in stalemate once again. So it'll be interesting to see if TC try and play this a bit differently. I think they're going to have to if they want any chance of recovery.
And as Cardona pointed out, it is best for this soldier to be holding on Blackout. Certainly better than Elf.
Definitely.
I'm curious if this stalemate ends again. I would honestly like to see if a team does a 3-7 split. They should be able to recognize, since it took both teams exactly one push to get across. If they opt to do a 3-7 split, putting more strength to their defense, expecting that a 3-person offense can capitalize on the enemy's weak defense, that might be the solution they need.
I mean, it would definitely offer a bit more defensive stability for like the 7-3 split, and then also that 6-4 split would be less effective at the same time. So I'd see less steals and less stalemates, but probably higher cap conversions.
Both of their offenses aren't that bad. They have pretty good offensive plays, especially Fotiá, I would say, with Tom D, Pi, and Northern Ireland. Oh, yep. Like, that's a pretty good offense. Not like a super offense or anything, but they can go against a lot of the lower tier teams.
Yeah,
even
that
if three of them.
You caps for sure, and I definitely feel like it's got a bit more experience than that TEC offense. And like, we've both played with Tom D, we know how well he can kind of just lead that offense, and I think we're seeing that here as well. He knows how to group the offense well.
And I think we're seeing that right now with how he coordinates with recovery. There's a much better coordination, I think, on Fotiá's side than TC side, because TC have only seen a bit of stragglers come in attack Pi. Versus on the other side, I've seen Scout come in, death tag, and then 2 soldiers come in with the assassin nearby.
Yeah, I haven't really seen too much like bulk recovery from TC here. They're sending like assassin, scout, archer, that's all, and Jaden and Moraband are doing a pretty decent job of clearing up any recovery. As I say that, G Henry is on pyro recovery right now. He is on no stake though. I think he's gonna go back for a medic heal. Yeah.
But there's just so much support because Fotiá is using a lot of pressure constantly on Swit, and good pressure too. They can't send that much on recovery, and certainly not good, well-coordinated recovery.
Yeah, it's not coordinated. I mean, I like the idea of sending Henry, but at least like try and coordinate it with the scout, perhaps. That's what I would like to see. But yeah, I mean, I don't agree with elf support. I mean, if you're gonna do elf support, at least drop the necro. But like, they've got way too much on support, and they're just gonna have to absorb this pressure. They're not gonna be able to give any pressure back. And oh, hold on.
That is a pyro kill, but the medic picks up, which is kind of unfortunate, and successfully passes to Pi.
Yeah.
A bit unlucky for G Henry there, but Fotiá gets away with it. Fotiá.
I mean, I did notice G Henry pushing up there, but I just didn't expect him to get a solo pyro recovery. That shouldn't really be happening, but...
Well, it depends on the strength of Fotiá's roaming. I don't think their roaming is as strong as it could be.
Yeah.
I mean, because they have to watch out for both the Archer and the Pyro.
And
because right now the Archer's starting to get shots from top mid, and both ninjas are on him, which would allow him. Yeah, which will allow like the assassin lock-in going through their flank. I think that was just a damage kill.
Yeah, that must have been damage.
The Sweat killed, and there was Archer shooting, so that might have been some pressure from the Archer as well. Once again, that's that coordination from Fotiá in action. They had too much on them, and they couldn't keep Sweat alive.
Kev was incredibly close to headshotting Pi. Like, he headshot the medic who was standing in front, and then I'm not really sure what happened, but I mean, Fotiá definitely doing a lot more in these stalemate situations. And as you mentioned before, it'd be interesting to see if perhaps they opt to go a bit more defensive now.
Every single push so far has had TC lead the push, with TC getting the first deal and then Fotiá getting the second. See if that pattern continues. I think that's most of capitalizing on the Pyro, because Baker on the Pyro hasn't been that strong.
Do you see a decent steal from Pi here? He's out with one stake. He's trying to go X. He's got a lot on him though, but does have fairly decent support.
Oh, that's not what you want to see.
Yeah. I
Jump
mean,
down into the Pyro. Still alive though, but the assassin's gonna be. Oh my!
He's been boosted there. Where's his medic? His medic can get to him now.
And the medic is gonna get to him. That's a bit unfortunate to see from Lawton there.
Yeah, I think that's just complete rust. I haven't seen him on for a while.
Lawton does kill the Pyro and is out as assassin. You have to see where the Fotiá's ninjas are, and they're not on him. Yeah, that was interesting.
There's no way Pi should have survived that long with one stake getting out of flag. I don't know how that's happened. But it's happened, and now we're gonna see Fotiá with the 3-cap lead. It's quite surprising, to be honest. I didn't really expect a 3-cap lead on her.
And it's I would definitely say it's more because of Fotiá's offense than their defense.
Yeah.
They did manage to hold back TC's offense a couple of pushes there. I think their Pyro's a bit weak. Not very good reaction times, which allows the double soul to just easily get in and get out. Pyro has to be the main damage dealer, and as you see, Swit is out and has the medic.
Yeah, Kev's doing a nice job of roaming up to support. He gets killed. No, he doesn't get killed by Jaden. So he's actually able to just pick off some of that recovery and help Swit get over the bars here. As she makes her way to spawn, it does look like this could be the first capture for the Crusaders.
That's an interesting swap from Kilo there. Swaps the elf away. He might be able to get another ball pass. Is he going to get a third one?
Yeah.
Yes, he is. 3 ball passes for 3 for yep. You have to wonder what ninjas have to be able to predict this now and just not worry about killing him, just camp the ball.
I mean,
and they get the recovery, but
what TC running a ninja there?
They're running a couple of ninjas, I think.
MH one of them just scout.
So I think they only have 1 ninja, but still, I mean, I don't know. Ball pass hasn't been seen because ninjas are so easily able to prevent that. But now, if you see teams pulling up ball passes, it's because the enemy ninjas aren't able to prevent it.
Yeah. So I think Winter and Cardona are making good points where TC are getting that original steal and they're over-committing on support. Like, Kev did a good job of pushing up there, but he's not really available to help his defense out. And that's why they get conceding those counter steals and getting into these stalemate scenarios, which isn't really ideal considering the match.
No, that was a pass. That was definitely a good pass because you do not.
Yeah.
Out of all the classes you want holding, it is not chemist. The chemist cannot tank and can also heal enemy players. G Henry does come down and get the frenzy on to Pi.
Oh my god.
That's the first time TC gets the recovery off of a stalemate.
Yeah.
Should make it.
Yeah, should be the cap.
First cap for TC. All of the caps have been off of stalemates.
Yeah.
Well, except for one. My bad. There has been one. Fotiá's third cap was just a normal non-stalemate cap. But this definitely has been a stalemate-driven game. I think, as you predicted, Dave, before the match.
Yeah, I just think that offenses are stronger than the defenses here. I'm not saying the defenses are bad at all. There's good players in them, but if you're like proportionally looking at them. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping. I don't know if Fotiá need to change anything, but I hope as the game goes on and if the score remains the same, that they play a bit more defensively.
Or do that 7-3 split, which would naturally stabilize their defense.
Quite surprising to actually see Tom still opt to run chemist on blackout. But at the same time, he is a good chemist, so it's not really a problem. But, and I mean, Fotiá offense has been doing work.
Yeah, I see a medic steal here from Cherry. Goes down pretty quickly. The flag is all holding up, but we see another elf steal from Yep.
Yeah, that's a nice steal.
Going to go through bottom mid with the assassin behind. The assassin gets headshot from Kev. Not Kev, my bad. Pepe. And he's gonna get to spawn with the medic we saw there.
Being death tagged, you'd hope to see someone maybe swap to Necro and remove that. Or you can just run it in. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, so what happened there? I mean, nice job from Jake. Once again, he's really been kind of carrying that offense, getting every single steal, I believe.
Yeah. Every steal every cap has been him stealing.
Yeah.
And I think that the same has been the opposite. All of TC steal that got across has been Swit.
Yeah. So they're definitely both of them been kind of the linchpins of their teams. But I think what happened there is Jake got killed early on in that original push, and while the rest of TC defense was clearing up everything else, he was able to get in again, but absolutely clean, and got out pretty untouched as well. So, quite nice to see from Jake.
This time Jake is dealt with, and the medic can't do anything with that steal. So of course, Jake's biggest problem is G Henry. The ninjas obviously do some form of damage, but not enough to kill them most times.
Yeah.
It has to be that pyro, and with the water element on his side, that actually is the reason why he's able to get most of the steal so far.
Definitely. I mean, this Fotiá offense is grouping really well. Like, they're completely clean at X right now, and they should be able to get a decent steal here. As I say that, it's been a nice bit of work put in by G Henry and his fellow defenders. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the ninjas are still doing a good enough job at roaming early enough. Like, Jake's getting to bot X. I mean, he's got pressure on him now, but his med's right there, so he can just run back and get the meds? Maybe not. Yeah, maybe not.
This is an interesting switch, I just noticed. MH is now playing Soldier offense. As you see, a steal from him, in fact. I wonder who swapped for him on
9-5 subbed out, and then they subbed in Lawton, I think.
No, Lawton was already playing.
Oh no, he didn't start. He came in, definitely.
Oh, did he? But
yeah,
MH was. Oh, okay.
MH was here from the start, but we do see a steal from Pi, and he's absolutely clean at X. Kev has got some shots. Is that Kev?
That is not Kev.
That's G Henry.
And the medic is with Pi, so this should be another capture for Fotiá, and the final capture, in fact. MH does have a steal and is out with the medic. He has 3 stakes, so he's pretty good. Going to top mid. There's 2 ninjas on him.
Actually, that's a nice juke back down.
He has to watch out for the Archie here. Pepe is in position. But MH smart to go hang on the left side.
Yeah. As you said that.
Yeah, there's the headshot. And that's going to be the cap and the game. 5-1 to Fotiá.
Kev actually got the shot there on a pet Pi, but Tom picked up and was able to get that cap. But yeah, really nice job from Fotiá actually there. Definitely a bigger difference than I thought. And that was actually TC's map pick, so Fotiá do have the advantage now, a significant advantage going into this second map. And since that was a 5-1, and both this map and the final map, Airlock 1, are 3-cap maps, and a tie here would just end in a Fotiá win overall, I think, yeah.
So now you have to wonder, what does TC have to change? What do they have to look at? Do they have to pressure the elf mode? I think they've been trying to pressure the elf mode, but it's just not enough right now.
I mean, this is as good as an elf map as Blackout, if not even better. And if they're going to let Jake get in, well, they're just asking for problems. I think he's been killed. Yeah, he's been killed early on there, which is a good sign. But they really just need to focus him. Like, he is easily that main threat for that Fotiá offense. We see a decent push from TC here. We see both the soldiers getting into the flag room. However, neither of them still originally. As I say that, Swit gets the steal. Medic goes down. That's a really nice play from Aldinger, wiping out the medic and soldier. Yeah, that was close actually. I mean, you can, actually, as I say that. Pi does get the clean soldier still. I think his med has gone down, but he does seem to be getting...
There's the pirate behind him, which has to watch out here. Gets headshot as he's climbing up.
Nice shot from Kev.
But that was overall good coordination going to the flag room. We saw 3 people near the flag post at the time overwhelming G Henry.
Do you see a steal from MH here? And he's actually allowed to get that, and he's allowed to get that restore. Both ninjas not really doing a good enough job there. However, Archer is still in position.
And that's
a possible headshot.
That's the thing with this map. Archer can be in position throughout the whole entire duration across the map. He goes down to damage though in the corner though. What happened to his support there, I wonder?
Did he forget to stay?
I don't think so. I think he had a soldier and ninja on him. I think that was just pure damage that got him.
Yeah.
So both teams had a pretty solid steal and died around the same place. One died to a headshot, one died to damage. So expect to see that same pattern continues, especially since we've seen, as we've seen last map, it's been an offensive game, definitely not a defensive one.
Yeah, this feels definitely a bit more stable though. I think TC's defense is doing a much better job staying on Jake here. I do think that's partially down to the map. It's easier to see where a player's coming from.
It's much more linear than Blackout. The 2 main routes you get across, the bottom mid or right side is right next to each other. Versus Blackout, the 2 routes to bottom mid and or whatever you want to call it, catwalk, for example, near bridges. Fall apart. So easier for the defenses to notice where at least the offense is coming from.
Yeah.
But you have to deal with them before they get to the flag room. The flag room is much harder for the Pyro to defend. The Pyro can get knocked off. You can come up from the bottom to the flag as Soldier or as Elf too, and the Elf can get watered down from like anywhere.
Yeah. Jake nearly had the medic there for a possible steal, but it does go down to the damage. But I'm just looking at these, like, I think both teams are like set up exactly the same in terms of composition. I think Fotiá might be running a chem instead of Soldier on offense, but I don't know.
Both teams are actually holding up so far, though.
Yeah.
5 minutes. I think, as we mentioned, the warming is just has an easier time dealing with the oncoming offense.
Yeah.
Due to just how the map is played.
Definitely. Many credit to the map just being so defensive, but we do see a chemist steal from Tom B. Boosted out a little bit, but Savvy's able to get the final hit there for the recovery. I think Tom should really try and swap to Soldier here. I don't see Chemist being able to do much in its current state, especially on here. No, they have 4. They have Pumpkin Bear, Pie, Tom D, and yep. They do definitely seem a bit less coordinated than the first map.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I do have a few people going in here. I'm not a fan of Pie just going in solo like that. But...
MH is out. He has 1 stake and half health. Has the medical support, but almost is knocked off. Not quite. Gets assassinated though. And goes down there.
Yeah, that was a good job from Fotiá.
He had the Pyro to worry about there as well, so he had to keep moving, but with the assassin threat. Well, not the threat, but actually killed him.
Yeah.
Seems like Fotiá has regrouped here and is running together across the map, which I think is better because before they were kind of split. I think the other thing you have to take note of that's different from Blackout is Archer on this map, I would say, is easier than Blackout.
The positioning is a lot easier. The positioning is a lot easier, yeah, I agree.
Because dealing with any route the offense takes, you can headshot them.
Yeah.
Tom, what a pass from Tom. Ooh, oh, nice web from Cherry there, actually preventing the Soldier from knocking her off. But it's already low and dies for damage there.
Yeah, I think Cardona actually makes a good point there. There's less thought about joining the Archer, so you're kind of having to play more defensive, which is definitely an easier style of Archer to play. Like, it's much easier to shoot shots when you're uncontested, whereas Blackout, you can definitely be more easily contested by the other Archer or just roaming ninjas. Not a fan of Swit going Necro. Like, we saw on Blackout, she was the only one really getting those good steals.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think MH probably be the one that switches to Necro here, if he's still playing offense for TC.
I think he is, but I just don't think you need a Necro. I don't know. Ooh, Jake's gonna have a clean elf back up there.
And he's gonna be able to get to top as elf, so I'm gonna see how many wins he has. Opts to go to his social spot, which is very small, routing through all of his support. I would say that's pretty good area recognition. Goes to his soldier support and then his chemist support. This is going to be a cap for Fotiá. About half the game done here, and Fotiá takes the lead. A solid a push there from FT. That's the other thing about this map, as we noted. The Flagman defense can struggle a bit if you have one person steals and go out the front and the Pyre follows, as G. Henry did. That leaves the Flagman unprotected, and the Pyre can't do anything about it.
Yeah. I mean, now that Fotiá have got that first cap, TC will have to cap twice to even get to this third map. So we're going to need to see a bit more offensive pressure, and we're seeing that now actually. Kev has switched to Chemist and he's far. He is getting supported well by TC here. Pepe uncontested. Don't know if he can hit that shot, and he doesn't. And it looks like Kev can just walk this in.
I mean, this is not going to catch up. This is just going to be a... Oh, he does get knocked down there.
Jaden did a nice job, but I don't think...
But, yeah, it's not going to matter in the end.
Yeah, I like Kev going offense there.
So I wonder, what does that mean for their defense, though? Running no Ultra.
Yeah.
Are they running 5 on offense?
I think that's quite risky to do that on a consistent basis. Just considering how their defense has already been relatively weak. You're going to be even more reliant on G. Henry. And we're going to see that Elf coming in here once again with a Pi and Tom, as well as a medic. Actually, G. Henry doing a really nice job there.
Yeah, but as Misky pointed out, I'm still concerned. Fotiá has to capitalize on this.
Yeah.
If they're actually running 5 on defense, you have to imagine that with G. Henry being the only major threat, they have to get steals here and caps. Otherwise, CC will actually just take the lead. G. Henry does respawn because he had no health. Pi might get there before G. Henry does. No, he doesn't.
Kev's out once again. He's just knocking that Pyro away with his damage ports and getting far. Ninja's done well to catch up to him, and he does go down to the Pyro, unfortunate. Is there anyone for the backup?
No, there is not.
Yeah, I think TC right now definitely having the pressure advantage. But Pepe is now completely uncontested, and he's using that to his advantage. He's roaming up to top mid. I've not really seen an Archer play this aggressively on low rise. He's using it to good effect, actually.
But I'm curious, what changed on their defense as well? Fotiá's offense is struggling here now. They're barely getting into the flag.
Yeah.
I noticed Jake switched to Ninja, which I think is the same problem with switching to Elf. Although Ninja might be good on this map, when your main capper is not capping, it's a bit rough.
I mean, the only thing that can really cap for Fotiá, I feel, is Pi. But as I say that, Tom does get the steal, but he can't really do much as Chemist, especially when he's going up like that. I mean, Kev did get the Chemist cap earlier, but he kind of took that lower route, which is what you want.
Honestly, I would like to see... Oh, we have a Ninja steal here, actually. Let's watch it for the Ninja. The Ninja's there. Pi picks it up barely in time as 2 Ninjas pull on. I was so close.
Is he low?
No, Kev also has a steal here. Gets headshot, but Italian picks it up as Soldier. Gets headshot again. Pepe putting in work there.
Yeah, Pepe's done really well there, actually. Shouldn't be contested like that mid, and Pi's gonna get that cap. Wow.
That is Fotiá's Ninja cap. There is one Ninja cap per map, as per usual. And they take the lead with 7 minutes left. You would imagine now, and yes, Jake has switched back to Elf, so I would imagine Fotiá's offense is going to have more opportunities now with him back on Elf.
He's got that Ninja cap, which is always what you kind of want to do when you go Ninja on offense. But TC are getting a lot of steals, but it's Kev and he's Chemist, and he just doesn't have that mobility to get past that recovery. Especially taking that bottom route. Like, I'd much prefer like a Swit stealing on Soldier, but do you see Yep stealing as Elf? Get swapped back.
Yeah, that's definitely a questionable swap there, as he already got the restore, and he's very low.
He is very low, but
a bit risky. Can he get the heal? He gets the restore, but not the restore. He does have Tom as support, so he might be able to pass you.
Does he die from full damage? No.
Makes the jump across. Kev is back on Ultra, by the way, so he could get headshot here.
He gets swapped back. He's
in the corner. Oh, the assassin! But
he still goes down. Sloppy's done a nice job there.
Sloppy, the last one there. If Sloppy died, the assassin as well. That was almost touched by Island Dinker there to clear the recovery, but TC managed to hold on there and get the recuv.
Kev's actually switched to Ninja here. Probably gonna go for that Ninja still. We're not really seeing that TC offense get past this double bolt. I think Jaden switched to Soldier here. And they're doing a good job, Jaden and Gia actually. They're doing a good job of just staggering this TC offense. And TC offense.
I's gonna get almost got a clean steal there, but GM noticed it and used his frenzy.
Yeah, Kev killed the pyro, but Gia's actually being pretty clever, just watching the flag in case the ninja returns. I think Gia is pretty new, and they're actually showcasing pretty good game sense for someone who's never played an official. I know they've played a lot of Fotiá's scrimmages recently, but credit to them for picking up the game so quickly. Swit's actually on heavy now. Ooh. Yeah.
So was Kev too. I mean, he switched from Ultra to Chemist to Ultra to Ninja.
I mean, I just think Swit was doing so much work on Blackout as Soldier. I don't know why he wouldn't be on Soldier still. I just find that questionable.
Ooh, I don't. This might work out for him. He has to watch for the Soldier here. He's going to make it to spawn and probably die in Pearl here. Or just pass it to the heavy.
That was close. I don't know how Kev survived so long actually, but Swit's taken a lot of damage there. Not sure where her med is. He actually dropped her 5 hearts. Yeah, it's not tough. Is there anyone with advantage? No.
Oh, Tom is there. So is the elf.
Actually, yeah.
Sprawling Swit, who's on 2.5 hearts. What is going on here with the medic? Does have the region though.
Oh, Jake's got that elf still.
And a clean one at that. I mean, that's far.
He's far, but he's got no stake. I don't know why.
What? Pick it up. Someone. What in the world was that?
He's got to keep running there.
A good reflection of the pull, but I'm just curious how no one recovered that and no one else picked it up.
Yeah.
That was just.
I don't. He's got that like. I've seen him do that before, but that was just completely questionable. But now I think this is like Fotiá's stalemate to lose in a way.
Yeah, but you have to be careful. They have an elf. I would definitely say in this situation, run an echo. Pi should switch to echo. Pi shouldn't be heavy.
Yeah. You need that extra health.
Yeah, but they also just have to hold on for 2 minutes. If they're able to hold on for 2 minutes, they take the map. So as Miski says, TC has to recover here.
Yeah. That's why it was 5-1.
And this is. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I don't know if TC is able to win. Period.
Yeah.
This would be TC's ninja cap. This is TC's ninja cap. It's Swit's cap.
They have to recover in the next 40 seconds if they want a chance.
Yeah, they have to recover and have someone ready for the backup. within 40 seconds.
They've got G Henry here on recovery. Well, they're not sending. Oh, but do they have people in there? I had a little bit. They need to send heavies. I don't know why I'm not seeing a heavy against Elf.
He's just gonna have one more push left. After that, they cannot. I don't think it's physically possible for them to get across, as long as, of course, Fotiá doesn't boost them 50 blocks.
I mean, Fotiá are playing this stalemate correctly. They're putting a lot of their players on defense, keeping up enough pressure on recovery just to keep TC thinking. But I think that's probably going to be game. Well, I don't see how TC can get 2 cuts within a minute.
I'll see what Swit is too. If Swit has to be on the flag post, and she is. No, she's not. She's across from the flag post as heavy. Swit has to be on the flag post right now. They have to do the Greek up right now if they want to cap, and it does not look like it's going to happen.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to call it and say this is a Fotiá win.
So TC picking that 5-cap map has actually been their downfall in a way. That's why I'm not really a fan of 5-cap maps being first or second picks, but it's whatever. So this looks like it's going to be the Fotiá win.
And then this is GG's. There's no way. But well played from Fotiá there, and TC did put a fight, I would say, on this map. Both defenses holding a little bit better than they did on Blackout.
Definitely.
In terms of MVP, or play of the game rather, I'm leaning towards Jake. Yep.
Yeah,
I think as kind of the biggest initializer for the offense, and also the putting your cap the most.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of Fotiá's players had good performances. Obviously, Jake being the standout. I'd probably also mention Pepe. He had some really nice moments on Archer, as well as Tom's overall coordinating ability really strengthened that offense. But yeah, I'm inclined to give Jake MVP.
I mean, if you look at just his Blackout performance,
yeah,
he was clearly the star performer. I mean, basically half the time he was solo capping on Blackout against G Henry. I mean, that has to be a Jake.
Yeah.
Yep. So play of the game is going to be yep. And that's going to do it. You wonder now, with this result, with Fotiá beating TC here, how will both of these teams perform in the upcoming season? TC's first match is not going to be an easy one. It's going to be against Annihilation, and that's going to be one of the harder ones they have to face, I would say.
Yeah. Who are Fotiá playing?
Fotiá is playing an easier team, but around the same level as them. Roxas. I would put them around the same level generally. Yeah. I think Roxas are a little bit more balanced in terms of offense versus defense. Fotiá, obviously, as we've seen here, is offensive, more offensive biased. Roxas is a little bit more balanced. So we have to see how those teams perform, but that's going to be a good match. So make sure you watch that next week.
Yeah.
And it's important. All of these low mid teams like Fotiá, Roxas, Crusaders are fighting for as high as a seed as they can. They should all make playoffs, as we expect. I would say Team Fallen and Burger Knights to be the ones eliminated. But you want to get like that 6th seed, I would say. I don't think any of them can get that 5th seed, but that 6th seed, so they don't have to face probably Baguettes and Olympus first round.
I feel like there's quite a clear top 3 right now, personally. Just from the recent roster changes, I'm looking at Annie, Olympus, TB kind of having that.
I would definitely agree with you right there. I think with Annihilation picking up, well, myself, and no bias at all, Carlson and Kavivi, I mean, that's
good recruiting. So like
Corona too, Corona.
Yeah, I just feel like 6th would be good, but it would just be hard. I mean, they could. I definitely feel like a Fotiá or a Rox could perhaps even push on for that 5th.
Yeah, I don't know if any of them can get 5, because I think top 5 is pretty set. With I would say maybe the only questionable one would be like Delta Force or Citrix, but I think they still have enough
True.
pull to make top 5.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting. Hopefully those games next week will be interesting. I think they're like probably the most interesting games of the whole initial part of the tournament, or season I should say, simply because they're the ones that are actually based off the seeding. I think. Cool. Wait, is the stream still going on?
Is it? That's a good question. Yes.
Oh.
I mean, we're just speaking thoughts. I mean, it's good to speak thoughts. I mean, I'm excited looking forward to this season because, I mean, there's a lot of matchups. You're wondering who's going to beat whom. How's the seeding going to play out? Seeding is going to be super important going into the playoffs. So, anywho, way sidetracked here. A good match from both teams. We'll see how they perform coming up, and that's going to do it for us today.